Once upon a time, in a forest filled with tall trees and singing birds, there lived a little bear named Barry. Now Barry was a very curious bear, and he loved exploring the forest. But most of all, he loved his food. He loved eating yummy berries that grew near his cave. Berries. One morning, Barry woke up feeling extra hungry. It was so bad that his tummy growled louder than a waterfall. Barry had to do something about it. So he decided to go on an adventure to find the best food in the whole forest. As Barry walked through the trees, he saw a busy squirrel scampering around the branches. "Hello?" Barry said. "Hi there, little bear." The squirrel replied, "I'm gathering nuts for my breakfast. These are my favorite treats. They're so yummy and full of protein that help me stay strong as I leap from branch to branch." Then the squirrel went back to collecting his nuts. Barry thought gathering nuts sounded like a good idea. Maybe he could gather some nuts too. But then he remembered. He didn't like nuts. In fact, he hated them. They were just not his thing. So Barry continued on his walk. Not far from there, Barry saw a little bluebird sitting on a tree stump. "Hello," Barry said. The bluebird chirped. "Hi there, little bear. I'm eating worms for breakfast. Don't they look yummy?" Barry couldn't believe his eyes. Worms? Really? Barry wrinkled his nose. The thought of worms wiggling in his tummy made him feel queasy. So he politely said goodbye to the bird and went on his merry way. As Barry walked along, he came across a busy beaver sitting on a log. "Hello," Barry said. The beaver looked up from his work and said, "Hi there, little bear. I'm having bark for breakfast. It's delicious, and it has lots of fiber in it. That helps keep my tummy healthy as I build my dam." Then the beaver went back to gnawing on his log. Barry took a closer look at the bark. It kind of looked like a giant piece of chewing gum. Well, he didn't want to try it. Instead, Barry decided to keep walking until he found something more to his liking. After a while, Barry came across a beautiful clearing filled with tall grass and flowers. And sitting in the middle of it all was a large panda bear happily munching on some plants. "Hello," Barry said. The panda looked up and said, "Hi there, little bear. I'm having bamboo for breakfast. It's one of my favorite foods. It's crunchy and fresh and full of vitamins to keep me strong and healthy as I play all day." Then the panda went back to enjoying her delicious breakfast. Barry noticed that the bamboo shoots looked like long green straws, and when the panda wasn't looking, he took one and gave it a try. It kind of tasted like a celery stick. It was crunchy and not bad, but Barry didn't want to admit it. After all, pandas were known for eating bamboo. What did he know? He was a bear, not a panda. Bears should eat berries. So Barry threw the bamboo shoot back into the pile and said goodbye to the panda. Then he started to walk back home. As he walked, he thought about all the different types of food his friends ate. Some liked nuts, some liked worms, and some liked bark and bamboo, and that was okay. They were all different, and that made them special. When Barry got back to his cave, he noticed that there were some yummy berries outside. His mouth began to water. Berries were the best. They were sweet and juicy, and they grew right outside his front door. How could anything be better than that? Barry sat down to enjoy his favorite treat when suddenly he heard a small voice. "Hello." Barry looked around to see who was there. Underneath a bush sat a tiny field mouse. The mouse looked up at Barry and said, "You have such beautiful berries growing outside your cave. May I please have just one?" Barry was surprised. He knew mice liked berries, and since there were plenty to share, he said, "Of course you can have one of my berries. In fact, why don't you come inside and we can have a berry party together?" The mouse's face lit up. "That sounds wonderful," she said. And so Barry and the mouse went inside the cave and enjoyed their yummy berries together. While they ate, the mouse told Barry all about her adventures throughout the day. She told him about the nice ladybug she met and how the tall grass tickled her whiskers. Barry listened patiently, and when the mouse was done, he said, "Those sound like fun adventures. Next time, let's go explore the forest together." The mouse beamed. "That would be so much fun," she said. And so the two unlikely friends sat together enjoying their berries and making plans for their next big adventure. You see, Barry learned that even though it's fun to try new things, it's always good to appreciate what you have. And sometimes the best adventures are the ones you share with your friends. The end. Do you have a favorite food that you love to eat every day? Tell me about it in the comments below. I can't wait to read all about it. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to subscribe and never miss an exciting new story. And if you'd like to help us make more great stories, support us by following the link in the description. Thanks for watching. See you soon.